Hello everyone, and welcome back to Love, Guitars, and the Nashville Skyline. Last time, Amanda got really drunk and did some things that I think she now regrets. But I have a feeling down the line she's not going to regret them. Because that's often how life is. We get ourselves in shitty situations, we do dumb things, bad things happen to us, and in the moment it really sucks. But generally with some perspective, we see that it's okay, and sometimes it was necessary. Pain means growth, after all. In the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, as you look down at the map, you should see the systematic crisscrossing of urban streets, but you should take a closer look before you just accept it. In America, roads that go north to south are called streets, while roads that intersect them are called avenues. Wait, is that true? I've never known that. Can someone confirm for me if that's true? I've never known that before. Holy shit. I noticed the cliche names they use for roads around the museum, like Morrison, which intersects with Jackson, which runs parallel to Phillips, which is just south of Monroe. And encircling Victory Park, a park which I've decided doesn't really live up to the glory implied by its name, is a 4-lane road. That road is Rosa Parks Boulevard, named after the civil rights activist who refused to give up her seat on the bus to a white person. I wasn't aware she had any connection to Nashville at all. But Nashville's beloved country music isn't so bad if you ignore the white supremacist undertones. There must be other streets named after people, right? This is the first time I've had my intellectual curiosity piqued when traveling to a new place. There's a lot to learn, but I'm sure in New York there must be streets named by famous people. I feel like that's everywhere in the United States. And the names will get reused. I mean, how many Euclid streets are there? Tons.
じゃなくて、教えた通りにボードを掲げて立ってればいいの。人相の私よりアマンダの方が引っかかりやすいでしょ。
The endless dreariness that is Interstate 40 stretches out before me, and I, like the fool I am, standing on the side of the 6-lane road holding up a stupid cardboard sign. Oh no, you girls are gonna hitchhike? I mean, ugh, that makes me nervous. The cardboard has East handwritten on it in its silly Old West style letters. No cars are stopping for us though, and my cigarette butts are piling up at my feet.
本当にヒッチハイク？相手がどんな輩かもわからないのに、女二人で車に乗るっていうの？は
あ、経験がない人間の典型だね。インテリならもっと言い方あるんじゃない？
気の利いたことが言えなくて悪かったわね。27年間こうなんだから仕方ないじゃない。
Okay, so we know Amanda's 27. Juliet is probably younger because that's what the game's hinting at, but I'm just curious like what the age gap is going to be.
27歳なんだ。
Oh, there it is.
私の8つ上か。応用力を求めていい年齢差だよね、それって。
Yeah, you're a child, Juliet. You're such a cute little kid.
今そんな話してないでしょ。とにかくヒッチハイクなんて危険よ。カードを再発行してもらうから、やっぱり飛行機で戻りましょう。
映画の見過ぎだっての。ドライバー全員がレイプマンやシリアルキラーなわけないじゃん。
Yes, but there is that 1%.
子供で親切な人ばっかだよ。
But this is actually a really good representation of how I feel like you are when you're in your late teens, early 20s compared to when you're in your late 20s. You're way more cautious just because life's jaded you more. So it's inevitable.
じゃなきゃ、私がロスからここまでたどり着いてないでしょ。危ないやつの扱いも慣れてるから、アマンダは安心していい。
It's impressive that Juliet's hitchhiked her way all the way across the country for music.
あなたロスからここまでヒッチハイクで来たっていうの？一人で？
But nobody calls it Los Angeles. We all call it LA. Everyone knows what you mean when you say LA.
なんで怒ってんの？
怒ってないわよ。信じられないってだけ。よく無事でいられたわね。
無事っていうか、まあ トラブルもあったにはあったよ。けど一応考えて行動してますから。あとあなたじゃなくてジュリーね。
She winks and sticks her tongue out between her thin lips. What a retro reaction. There's something this girl has that I don't. Dumbfounded and speechless, there's nothing I can do but hold the cardboard sign out toward the endless highway in front of me. As I hold my thumb out like Juliet told me to do, I begin to taste the slight tang of shame. Juliet stands next to me, going on and on about her experiences with hitchhiking. She's like a trainer coaching a boxer or something. I tried ignoring her at first, but her surprisingly well thought out opinions about the subject actually started to captivate me, and before I realized it, I was hanging on her every word.
旅は自分が主役だけど、ヒッチハイクはそうじゃない。あくまでドライバーといればその連れの人や犬が主役なんだ。
Tell me of an incident when the driver's dog is in charge.
ハイカーは乗せてもらうからにはドライバーの意思に従う。時には穀物袋より静かにさりげなく、時には DJ より気の利いた話し手になる。大事なのは距離感。 DJ の代わりにはなるけど、ボールガール役はお断りっていうね。その辺は必要ならはっきり深い。
東か。空港あたりまでだけど乗っていくか。
あなた ID とか。
助かる。ねえ、リア空いてたら荷物乗せてくんない？
ああ、散らかってるけど適当に詰めてくれ。じゃあ2人ともリアシートに。
あれ、ショットガンは予約済み。話好きっぽいのに。
神さんに見つかったら面倒でな。せっかくの気遣いだが、嫌から楽しいトークを頼むよ。
了解。じゃあお願いする。アマンダ、先に乗って。何が ID だよ。余計なこと言わなくていいの。
Hey, to be fair, I think it was a pretty smart call. I mean, at least if he has some identification on him. Actually, I don't know what the logic would be in that, but it would make me feel better too. I probably would do something like that. She's much better at hitchhiking than I am, and she has made it abundantly clear that I have no idea what I'm doing. As I watch Juliet having a natural, casual, playful conversation with this middle-aged man we met not 5 minutes ago, I can't help but start to hate myself. It's another nice day in Nashville. The closer we get to the airport, the more cars and the fewer homes there are, and greenery crops on all sides. Today is a day without a plan. There's nowhere we have to be and no schedule to adhere to. Trying to calm myself down, I gaze out at the unfamiliar scenery as it shoots past us. In this rural city, where time seems to flow slower than back home, people still seem to have places to go and things to do. And me, after being told about my drunken rampage by an girl 8 years younger than me, I'm living the life of a drifter. Where will I go? What will I do? As I contemplate these questions, we pass by a sign that shares her name, Mount Juliet Road. We ended up finding a new ride to take us east after the airport. A bunch of gentlemanly golfers were only too happy to take a rude girl like Juliet. By the time we passed a road outside of Lebanon with Hickory in the name, makes me think of that old song by the Byrds, Juliet seems to have already decided where we were going to stay that night. Inside Lebanon, we made a beeline for a huge shopping outlet along Highway 231. Juliet's expression changed as soon as we found the motels.
さて、じゃあ突っ込むか。アマンダどうする？先に部屋に入ろうか？
突っ込むって今度は何をするつもり？
ああ、モーテルがある近くにはバーがあるでしょ。その辺に片っ端から入って今夜の演奏を売り込むんだ。
Juliet's quite ambitious, all in all.
生演奏やってるとこならだいたい時間に空きがある。客の少ない時間でも だいたい食べるものとチップくらいなら出してくれるよ。
そうなの。あなたそれをずっと？
半年前にロスを飛び出してからずっと。最初はギターが上手くなくてあちこち断られてたけどね。けどロードってのは人を強くするんだ。負けるもんかって路上で演奏して最初は誰も聞いてくれなかったけど、ニューメキシコで一人二人と立ち止まってオクラホマでバーに出演してメンフィスに着く頃にはギャラももらえるくらいにはなったんだよ。
Hearing those words, I suddenly understand why I can't seem to resist this little girl, why she's so captivating to me. Juliet is tough. Hit her and she'll laugh it off before returning the blow with double the force. And to survive on the road, where no one is your friend, you need caution, flexibility, and above all, better reflexes than a cat's. All of these are talents that I don't have. It's only natural that I, someone who has always looked at the outside world with fear and hesitation, would be enthralled by this girl. Where am I going? What am I doing? I've carried these questions with me for all 27 years of my life, and I want to believe that the girl can give me the answers.
すごいわね。じゃあ今夜もどこかで？
当然。アマンダにも見に来てほしいんだけど、いいよね。あ、けど昨日みたいのはなしね。私は嬉しいけど周りがびっくりしちゃうからさ。
当たり前でしょ。もう行ってきたりとも飲まないって決めたんだから。
Oh, but that's no fun. You can drink a little. Just, maybe stop at 1 shot of whiskey instead of like at, 5.
そりゃ用心深すぎるね。バーで飲まないなんて退屈だろうし、ビールだけにしとけばいいよ。
I follow Juliet onto the street as she giggles. Seems it's already dusk. With $100 between the two of us, we manage to find a relatively cheap hotel. The clerk hands us the keys and we head to the room to toss our luggage on the bed before going to the cafe next door. Unlike Juliet, who had thoroughly enjoyed herself at breakfast, my stomach is empty. As I sit down, my eyes immediately fixate on the image of the cafe's famous pancakes. Oh no, this game is going to make me want pancakes now every time I play it, I can already tell. As I devour my buttermilk pancakes with a side of eggs and wash it all down with a cup of black coffee, I watch Juliet start towards the bar across the road. I track her through the window, and she waves at me with both hands over her head. I can only return her brilliant smile with my own stiff one, but... When night falls, I head over to the bar she's playing at myself. Unlike last night's bar, this one is geared more towards tourists than locals, with an atmosphere much more welcoming towards strangers. It's packed with people of all ages and skin colors. Juliet sits on the stage, which is clearly accustomed to people singing country songs. The reaction she gets certainly isn't a warm one, at least at first. But by the end of the first song, she's captured a few people's attention. When the third finishes, she's garnered plenty of fans. There are some people seeming to forget even the drinks in their hands, who ogle her like she's some kind of mysterious animal. Even I, ambivalent as I am towards that kind of music, can tell that there's a power to her voice. Her voice isn't the kind you'd expect to find in a lively bar. Rather, it has the tone of the kind of music you'd listen to while drinking alone. It's got that kind of loose, varied timbre that's filled with all kinds of emotions. But somehow, I can just barely detect a hint of melancholy and loneliness. Either way, it's a wondrous voice that somehow refreshes you and leaves you speechless. It's the kind that people who are seeking comfort and respite would enjoy most. Many people have stood up out of their chairs, and some have even come in from outside to listen. And I've been listening so raptly that my beer, untouched, has gone warm. Parts of my body are becoming unbelievably sensitive. My crotch is so hot, and every time I move my legs, my pants rub up against my clit. Wow, explicit. That's not where I thought this was going. Also, this is the uncensored version. I don't know if there is a way to get, or this is the censored version. I don't know if there's a way to get the patch to make it uncensored. I don't really care one way or the other, but wow, real descriptive here with this language, but hey, whatever. I don't care. I want to touch those lips, that tattooed arm, those petite breasts, those supple gazelle's legs. I want to touch her right now. I want to kiss her. I've barely had any alcohol, and yet it's all I can do to resist these incredible emotions that Juliet's singing is awakening. I'm getting desperate. Oh no, don't get drunk. Okay, so I'm guessing sober. I mean, once you do it drunk, right? You don't need the alcohol anymore to give you the courage. And then the sex. When her performance ended, I took Juliet's hand and went straight back to the hotel. She said she wanted to enjoy Lebanon's nightlife for a little longer, but I had other plans. We didn't shower, we didn't change clothes, and her guitar was left leaning unceremoniously against the chair. I grabbed her shoulders and kissed her like a lioness biting into her prey. She told me to turn off the lights, so I chucked my purse at the switch. For someone who is as unathletic as me, I can only attribute my perfect accuracy to my overwhelming lust. Then we let ourselves go completely. My vehement denial of my actions on the night I met her are in the past.
Neえ、起きてる？
起きてるけど、ちょっと息疲れたかも。
そう、そのままでいいから少し聞いてもいいかしら。
聞くって何を？今朝の言い訳ならもう忘れたから気にしなくていいよ。
違うわよ、そうじゃなくてあなたのこと。
あなたって人がここにいるの？おーい、呼んでるよ、あなた。
Not well played, Juliet. Well
だっ
played.
た、悪かったわよ。ジュリーのことが聞きたいのよ。
した後に名前で呼ばないとか勘弁してよね。ムードも何もあったもんじゃない。
はいはい。で、聞いてもいいの？それとも自分の話は嫌い？
いいよ別に。気の利いた答えができるかわかんないけど。
普通に答えてくれればいいけど、ジュリーはこれからどうするの？明日じゃなくて1年後とか3年後とか。
ああ、そういう話ね。ライフプランってやつか。
Yeah, that's a mood killer too. I hate when people ask me about my plans for the future. I just want to smack them.
まあ見ての通りかな。歌で食べていければって思ってるよ。今でもウェジにはしてないし、半分かなってるようなもんだけどさ。
だからニューヨークへ？オーディションとかそういうのを受けるのかしら？
多分ね。でもテープ送ったり、どこかでステージをやったり、今とそんなに変わらないかも。
そんなにってずいぶん欲がないのね。
When you live in New York, you'll inevitably meet people who want to become stars. You can't toss a stone in New York without hitting a lawyer, a financial consultant, or a star in the making. They're the ones who are working part-time jobs during the day and other less reputable jobs at night, and all the while dreaming of the red carpet. Their desires are strong enough that they march straight towards their goals without hesitation. If the people who laugh at those dreams saw these people's performances, they'd be surprised. On the stage, a seemingly normal waitress could seem to be an expert to the untrained eye. She might have the skill, but she doesn't have the attitude for this world, where greedy ambition and ability are intertwined. Knock others down, and they'll just get back up. That's how it is in New York. But this tough kid should have no trouble knocking others down. As I reflect on this, aftershocks run through my body, and I gaze into Juliet's flushed face.
欲はあるよ。もっといい歌を歌いたいって欲だけど。私はこんなだけど、歌でしか吐き出せない気持ちもいっぱい抱えてる。歌うことで心が休まるし、 何も考えず眠れるようになる。それだけで私には十分すぎるんだ。食べていきたいってのは歌えない生活に耐えられそうもないから。
ニューヨークにはね、ダメならのたれ死にって覚悟のスター志望が山ほどいるの。そんな甘い世界じゃないと思うわ。
みんなそう言うね。でも私は私でしかないから。周りがそうだからって合わせたところでいい歌なんて歌いやしないよ。それにさっき言ったけど、歌うのはヒーリングみたいなもんなんだ。受けるために歌ったって何も楽になんてなりやしない。スターになりたいわけでもないし、私がベガスのショーにドレスなんて冗談にしかならないでしょ。
That's really refreshing, honestly. I think it's total American. It's totally American to like really value fame, but sometimes it's nice just to do what you love and be supported by it. Fame's really the rare 1%.
まあ、のんびり好きにやるよ、私は。ねえ、眠りたいからキスしてくれない？
おやすみ。
おやすみ、ジュリーでしょ。
はいはい、おやすみ、ジュリー。
おやすみ、アマンダ。愛してる。
Oh, really? Gonna throw the Aishita? I mean, but I feel like that's so, like, something a 19-year-old would say. You fall a lot faster when you're 19 than when you do when you're older, so that makes... Whoa! I did not expect Amanda to follow up that quickly. It's chill. It's chill.
愛してるは下に取っとくよ。じゃあおやすみ。
She turns her back to me, and I wrap myself around her around her small shoulders affectionately. Every now and then, I hear the sound of a car going by, and I can just tell by the bright moon outside our window that tomorrow is going to be another pleasant day. How can this girl, normally so strong and uninhibited, sing such lonely songs up on stage? It still seems so strange to me. Then again, I've only known her for about 24 hours. I can't expect to learn much about her in that time. I don't know where she was born or how she was raised or even what her favorite food is. So obviously I can't learn everything there is to know about her just from listening to her songs. But there are two things I know for sure. I love her, and she doesn't dislike me. A hurricane has suddenly and completely blown away the dilemma I've carried with me since I was born in that backwater town so long ago. That alone is enough to have made this trip. That alone is enough to have made this trip worthwhile. I'm glad I stayed a virgin all these years instead of getting involved in a dating scene I just feel uncomfortable with. But this trip has just begun. I've still got plenty of time left in my vacation, and we've still got 720 miles left to go. Not that I expected to make it in just one day, of course. But until we do make it, what are our lives going to be like? The lower half of my body is starting to ache just thinking about it. I look at Juliet expectantly, but she's already fast asleep. My heart is right up against her back. With the scent of her hair filling my nose, I fall into a deep sleep. All right. Very nice. We will continue to see what happens on the next one. So thank you for watching, as always, and I will talk to you on the next one. And until then, take care.